Hello, this is Anna Naglo from Stockholm, Sweden. In this video, I wanted to talk about this issue with are you worthy wealth? Do you think, if you just go deep down in yourself, do you think it's okay if you would change your economical situation and become wealthy? Is this something that fits inside of your blueprint? And this is a very crucial point in running a business. If you have some kind of doubt that it's actually all right for you to change from the state you're in now and earn a lot of money so you can do whatever you want. If you have any doubts about this, if you have some kind of part of your personality that says, no, this doesn't exist, this is not for me, or maybe it's kind of ugly to be that filthy rich, it's sort of connected to some bad thoughts, or maybe you think that other people will change the way they look at you. If you started to earn a lot of money, you will have all these so-called friends that are just there to sort of sneak a little bit here and there, or maybe actually take advantage of your fortune. Yeah, it might be it, but it's also a question to handle. But this thing with wealth is also a question of how do you look upon yourself? Do you look upon yourself as poor or rich? And what is wealth? Maybe you are rich as a person, as a personality. Maybe you're very, very gifted or talented. Maybe you don't have that much money, but you're gifted and people like you. There are lots of people who really love you. Then you're rich in a sense of personality, or rich in a sense of friends, family, this and that. And maybe you have some kind of subconscious thoughts about not being worthy a fortune or economical wealth. Maybe it's all right for you to be well liked, to have all these qualities in your personality that people really cherish. But when it comes to financial freedom, there is some kind of stop sign. I say this because I've had that kind of issue myself. I've always looked upon myself as a pretty low class, although I'm very gifted. I really have so many qualities that could, if I use them in the right way, I would surely be wealthy. I'm really talented in so many ways, and I know it. But then there is something, and this has been going on for many, many years. I mean, ever since I was in my 20s, and now I'm 57. So I've always earned little money, and I make it. I have adjusted my life according to the income I have. So I never bothered to buy a car. In Stockholm, you can always go by subway or buses, and I ride my bicycle all the time. so I don't really need a car. And in that way, I saved a lot of money. I do enjoy trips. I travel quite a bit, and I can afford it because my apartment doesn't cost that much, and I do look upon the money that I spent, so I know that I still have some left over. But anyway, I would like to have a different life. I would like to travel more. And also, I have this idea now of starting a clinic, a medical clinic in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Together with a friend of mine, he's an MD, he's Ethiopian also. So now the question has come to a sort of a peak where I needed to look upon myself because the, I just want this project to go through in Ethiopia. This is really, really important for me. So this is my why. This is why I get the motivation and I have the need for this money. It's not actually for myself. I get by anyway. I don't need all this luxury stuff. I don't really care that much if I have them, but I do would like to be able to travel. I do would like to make a difference, a big difference to people's life, more than I do now. So this is why I want to go further on. But when I started with this internet company, Empower Network, I just had to look upon myself and my behavior and my thoughts and my attitude towards myself. I started watching a lot of videos with Tony Robbins, and I realized, I do still have a conflict with myself. I don't really accept myself as I am, and I have some negative thoughts about myself, which will prevent me from getting anywhere. I will stop myself all the time. And so I worked a lot with that issue. And finally, after a couple of months, I got through that. And so I've been changing my whole attitude. And now when I wake up in the morning, I'm satisfied with myself. Although I know I've been frustrated because I've had a lot of work, so I didn't have enough time for this extra with the Empower Network. And I've been stressed about that. And also I kept procrastinating this video recording. I was actually scared of getting in front of the webcam. I don't really know why, but it was such an obstacle. And I thought, oh, I look so ugly, and people will not watch it, and I really don't know what to say, and this and that. All these excuses just to prevent me from doing it. And now that I started recording, I just love it. I get so much energy from doing it, and I just look forward to doing it. But I signed up for a video hosting 6 weeks ago. It took me 6 weeks to get started, and I had such bad conscience because I didn't do it. I knew I had to do it, and I didn't do it. I kept putting it off all the time. I come up with all these excuses. Needed to do laundry, needed to see some friends. It was just this and it was that, and I had this work. Okay, yeah, I have work to do. I have a regular, well, it's not a regular job. I'm not employed. I work for myself, and I'm self-employed sort of, but I do have work to do during the day. So it's in the evenings that I have some extra time, about an hour a day. And I'm not really used to internet in the more advanced way, so I don't know that much about all this web hosting, websites, video recording, all this ranking, Google ranking, SEO, keywords, all this stuff. I get all confused when I start watching videos to learn, I get so confused. I just feel overtired and I can't do anything about it. And so I just keep putting it off. And the next day it's the same thing again. So I decided I started to record the videos. And then I go to these keywords, find the keywords. And then I just have to explore this thing with the Google ranking, all that stuff also. But for now, I feel okay, just record the videos and then I'll have them, and so I can do the rest of the work before I put it before I actually upload them on YouTube or this or at Empower Network at this video hosting. So the thing is, when you keep putting things off, so look at your thoughts and go deep down inside of yourself to the core of your soul. Look what's there. Do you have some kind of obstacle or issue with being wealthy? Are you worth the wealth that you can achieve? Are you worth to go through this, well, past this stage of putting things off, feeling awful, and then break through it, step out of your comfort zone, and just do it. Do these things that make you feel uncomfortable. Do these things that you're most afraid of. That's where you have the greatest challenge. And when you have done them, what a relief. All this energy that just comes flooding back at you because you did it. You did these things that you thought were impossible. So, I'm going to leave you with this. And remember, everybody can learn how to do these things. It's actually a question of setting your mind and just taking massive action.